Well, when it rains, it pours. Hope you guys are doing okay. I am, in some ways, glad to be near the end of the semester. In some ways, I'm hanging on by a thread. In some days, some ways, I'm just happy. I don't know. I'm all over. I'm all over today. It's crazy. I told you yesterday we had somebody coming, literally during my live stream. They came and replaced my water heater, which is great. Very grateful for that. Did cost us a pretty penny. I don't know if you've ever had a water heater replaced. You can't do it yourself because there's gas lines and water and soldering pipes and whatnot, and that's above my pay grade. I believe you have to get it inspected by the city and all this. Oh my gosh. But the guy also had a recommendation that we go and see. We have somebody come to sort of get an estimate for like a disaster cleanup sort of deal. And it's a tiny bit more than I can afford. So I'm not too happy about that. But I don't know. It might be homeowners insurance. It might be, I don't know, some kind of flood mitigation. It's just a nightmare. Anyway. Hi, how you doing? That's my life. I'm glad you guys are here. Let's do the puzzles before I cry myself to sleep. No, I'm just kidding. It's a lot going on, and to add a flood in your basement on top of that, it's like, come on, really? Seriously, one more thing? All right, I see posterity, bellhop, lifeboat, offspring, spellbound, foxtrot, rattlesnake, mambo, chimera, rope, bolero, drumroll, brood, quickstep, family, and suspicion. All right. First one I see is the foxtrot, the mambo, the bolero, and the quickstep. Those are different dance moves, and it is the yellow category. How about that? How about your posterity, your family, your offspring? I guess your brood. It's kind of a strange word. Your brood, your descendants. Brood is more like chickens and their chicks, right? The brood. How about a chimera, a rattlesnake? I see four words that are like compound words. I see spell, bound, lifeboat, drum roll, bell hop. But also rattlesnake. Not even close. Okay, so it's two away. It's not even just one away. So something's amiss. Something's amiss here. There we go. Is it a word hidden inside a word, like bell, life? Oh, I see it. Rattle, bell, chime, drum. These are percussion instruments. Starting with percussion instruments. Last night I played the drums in it was really sweet. I didn't know that that's what we were playing. We played at a retirement home. I knew that. But it just so happened the time of day that we were playing was dinner time. We were basically the dinner entertainment. And oh my gosh, it was so funny. They asked us to play very softly, right? And I'm fairly good at playing dynamics. I can play very light. I can play quick and light. I can play slow and light. Sometimes, the classic is that, you play loud and fast. Well, I can do the opposite. I can play loud and I can play very soft and quick if I need to, or soft and slow if I need to. I feel like I have a pretty good grasp of the dynamics of my drum set and make good noises even at a low volume. Some people, it's tough to make good sounds in a low volume. But it's funny. The matron, the host, she said, you're just. We did a sound check, and she was like, "Whoa, way too loud." And so we turned down the microphone for the singer, and then she said, "No, it's still too loud." And then I said, or our singer, she said, "Well, there's only so much more we can turn down. We can't turn the voice down too much more. You can't hear our voice, the singing voice. We can turn down the bass. We can turn down like a tenor saxophone. A tenor sax plays at a certain volume. I mean, there's a little bit of dynamics. You can force a note and make it louder, but you can't make a tenor sax play really, really soft. You lose the intonation and stuff." And she was like, "Well, I'm not a music person, but it's just too loud." I'm like, "Okay." So then, so there was only so much volume control we could do there. And the sweet little old ladies and all the people that were there, they loved our music, so I don't think we played overly loud and blasted anyone's ears out. Oh no, SG, you missed purple? Yeah, I got purple. I saw that. Bell, chime, drum, and rattle. I mean, I am a percussionist. Yesterday, the percussion I played, of course I played the drum set, but I also played shakers and the clave, kind of two wooden sticks you beat together that make a really nice click noise. Like a knocking noise. Am I full of surprises? I feel like I've said that multiple times. I feel like I've said that a lot. Here, actually, if you want to see, I think... Here, photos. Let me pull up one. There we go. How about that one? That's us. That's us. We played just last night. Oh, why is it tiny on this screen? What the heck? It was big and now it's small. No, there we go. This was our gig. We played just last night. It was nice. It was really nice. Little did I know we were the dinner entertainment. It's kind of fun. There you go. Awesome. So I played the shakers, I played the drums, everything was on stick, or very, very light brushes, very, very light sounds. So I didn't, they're old people with sensitive ears. Didn't want to blast them out. All right, and then the blue category, Spellbound, Rope, Lifeboat, and Suspicion. Hitchcock movies that I have not seen. I've heard of Rope. I have heard of Rope. I have not heard of any of the other ones. I've heard of The Birds. I've heard of Vertigo, Psycho, of course, right? The classics. The yellow category, Dances, the Bolero, the Foxtrot, the Mambo, and the Quickstep. Oh my gosh, I need to tell you this story too. So we were packing up, we were taking off, and I was waiting for, it was just we were about to take off, and one of the sweet little old ladies came to us. We're in this retirement community, and she said, "Hey, do you ever play bar gigs?" And I said, "Well, in my old band, I played bar gigs. Yeah, all the time." And she said, "Well, what you guys play really sounds like lounge music. I love that. Oh, it really made me want to drink. I just wish I had a cold beer in my hand or a glass of wine." And I said, "Well, I'm glad that we elicit that kind of feeling. That's what we're going for." It was like Christmas mood music. She was like, I really wanted a glass of wine right then. I was like, good. As you should have. It was really funny. Yeah, but we do play a little bit of mambo, kind of a rumba sound. I almost wish that some of those old people would get up and just dance, but maybe their hips don't allow that anymore. Your descendants are your brood. I don't know if I love that word, right? A brood, like a brood of chicks. Your family, your offspring, your posterity. Purple, starting with percussion instruments. The bell, bellhop, chime for chimera, drum for drum roll, and then rattle for rattlesnake. My rattle, so to say, my shaker, I have two really, really good ones. One is shaped like an avocado, and it's not ceramic, it's just really hard shell plastic, but it makes a great shick sound, and it's shaped like an avocado. Another one that I have, in the same set, is a lemon. I did have a third one. It was an orange, but sadly the orange I think one of my kids dropped it or something. I don't remember what happened, but the orange is no more. It used to make a really great shaker sound. That's my favorite percussion instrument, this little avocado. It's only about this big. It's got just such a great sound. We played it a bunch. When I post these videos, you'll love it. Hitchcock movies: Lifeboat, Rope, Spellbound, and Suspicion. All right. Let's play the mini. It has a trunk, tree, I don't know. Kentucky Senator. How about Rand Paul? They have branches. Not tress. Trees. Nowhere to be found. How about Gone? It has a trunk and branches. Maybe this one is tree. I don't know if that one's correct. Let's look at the down ones. Maybe that'll tell us which ones it is. Something that's carried while portaging. Portaging. I don't know. Blank breaker. Basketball move that causes the defender to fall over. Oh, I know this one. This is the ankle breaker. So then this one is also incorrect. The ankle breaker. Two in a fork. Two in a fork? Maybe two roads that fork? Something with a D. It's interesting. Rand. Sound that imitates a lion or a dinosaur. How about a roar? Symbol in the night sky over Gotham. That could be a T, but it doesn't have to be. How about a bat symbol? There we go. It has a trunk. Oh, the car. The boot of the car. They have branches. Do books have branches? What? We've done something horribly wrong here. Nowhere to be found. Oh, maybe I'm spelling it wrong. Rar. Because this is AWOL. And this is bat. Oh, banks have branches. Oh, clever. Very clever. I'm like, what else has a branch? Banks have branches. Well, okay. All right. Roar. You're going to hear me roar. R-O-A-R. That's how you spell roar. RAR is like RAR XD. It's not how I would spell it. I spelled it the other way. All right. It has a trunk or a boot, a car. Kentucky Senator Rand Paul. They have branches. Banks. Very clever wording there. Nowhere to be found. AWOL. It has a trunk and branches. A tree. Something that's carried while portaging. A canoe. Maybe I don't know what portaging means. Hang on. Portaging is the act of carrying canoes, kayaks, or gear over land between waterways and obstacles like rapids to connect different bodies of water, often using designated trails or routes. Interesting. Huh. Canoeing. Huh. I've never heard of that word. Portaging. It's to carry your canoe across land to get to another body of water. Ankle breaker. Basketball move that causes the defender to fall over. Two forks. Two roads in a fork. Sound that imitates a lion or dinosaur. RAR. R-A-W-R. Not R-A. I said R-O-A-R. Roar. Tyson. Santa Miller will give yummy cookies or donuts for Christmas. I don't know if I can do anything for Christmas with the disaster cleanup people coming and saying I owe $4,000 for this cleanup. Oh boy, I don't know. I might just use my homeowner's insurance. It surely will be, hopefully, less than that. But there goes Christmas. What a nightmare. Symbol in the night sky over Gotham, a bat. Bat. Okay. Alrighty, let's play the Wordle. We're still playing hard mode. All right, in honor of my the hot water heater that caused all this mess, we'll say leaky. Leaky, and that gave us an E in the right place. How about that? Is that spelled right? I spelled that word. That's I before E. That's one of the times it is I before E. Repot. Potted plant. Repot. I am in hot water. Yes, absolutely. Is that a word? Menus. All right, throw me a bone here. Jeez. We got a U. It's in the right place even. So this could be S-E blank U serum. Or this could be blank E S U Jesus. How about segue? Segue. Oh, good. Oh, yeah. You got a 5-guesser? Luckily, I got a 4-guesser today. That's pretty nice. I'm in hot water with the leaky hot water heater. Yeah. We had somebody down there looking at it just Monday. We discovered it Sunday, and we just, I have one of those like wet dry vacs that sucked up as much as I could. And then somebody actually came Monday morning, and it was a pretty penny to have it fixed. But then he said, "Yeah, I know a place that can just, verify everything's okay and get it re-inspected and whatnot." And they came in, and we're like, "Wow, that's a lot of water." We had tried to suck up as much water as we could, but there's still tons of water. I am in hot water. SG, you did crash, swift, spook, slyly, and segue. Probably what got you is the S. You're like, okay, well, where does the S go? You thought Jesus too. I said Jesus out loud. That's funny. Pizza, donut, femur, Jesus and Segway. Oh, that's great. Awesome. Yeah, leaky in honor of my leaky water heater. Oh, yeah, we have not. You're right. Slyly, we have not seen. That's a tricky one. All right, let me count the ways. What do we mean by that? Kind. Count the ways. Charming. If someone's charming, they're kind, right? Kind. Kind-hearted. There we go. Kind-hearted. I was looking for the full one. It had to be somewhere. Maybe you love someone because they're funny. I bet you the spangram is L-I-S-E, whatever. I was going to say trust. High praise. High praise. I like that. Whatever it is, I bet it's F-U-L. There's two more words. Beautiful. You're beautiful. You're charming. You're funny. You're kind-hearted. You're S-M-R-T. Smart. Do you see that, Simpsons? I am so smart. S-M-R-T. There we go. Let me count the ways. High praise. You're kind-hearted. You're funny. You're charming. You're beautiful. You're smart. You guys are all those things. If you're watching my live stream right now, you are all of those things. Especially smart and beautiful. Try to solve in 5. Okay, we've got B, H, A, X, C, and O, W, T, R, S, I, and Y. Oh, A and B are on the same side. We can't say taxi cab. Which? Sounds kind of hoaxy to me. kind of is. It's Pringle's competitor. I gotta figure out how to use the X. How do we use up the X there? There's no N. So I'm gonna say Saxton. You guys see anything? All of you are special, yes. Well said, Tyson. Well said. Scribo. Are you trying to find something? Oh, thanks for your, Callie, your vote of support. I appreciate that. T-I-O. There's no E. There's no N. Again, I need an N. And it's a good one. Washy. Wishy-washy. But now we're on the Y. I will keep washy in mind. I don't know if that's how we start it, but it could be how we end it, maybe. What I really need is an X word. The first thing I thought of was toxic, but O and X are on the same side, so that doesn't work. Taxi. I hate crows. I have a tree in my yard that crows love to try and make a nest in. Styx? Wait, yes it is. The river Styx? Are we making this up? How is that not a word? Can we really? Hang on a sec. I think you're onto something there. Wash. Washy. And Y-A-C-H-T. Nice. And then we go taxi. A and B are on the same side, or we'd say taxi cab. I know. Well, if we put a Y on the end, yachty, that would be a proper name, huh? I've needed an N so many times in this puzzle. I was going to say ibis, but I and S are on the same side. Iberia. Keep coming up with words that are not words. Oh, I have it right in front of me. Washi yacht taxi. Ready? Washi yacht taxi. Washi yacht. Washi. Yacht. And taxi. Beautiful. Oh, that's a good word too. Iota. Iota. Okay, so we did brow and then washi, yacht, taxi. Who said yacht? Tyson. What a set of words there, man. I love that. Yeah, how do you spell yacht after all, right? There's a C and an H somewhere. What? Put the yacht in the H in the most crazy place in that word. Yeah, brow and then washi and then yacht and taxi. How did they solve it yesterday? Hypnotic and carload. If you're on your way to a music festival, an EDM music festival, it might be a hypnotic car overload. Oh, it's funny. Yeah, history almost worked there. Nice. All right, well, we're going to recap our answers. Let's see how we did. We started off today with the connections puzzle, and then, of course, we did our mini crossword, and then the Wordle, and then the Strands, and then the letterbox. And if you like what you see, give this video a like. It definitely helps. It's going to be probably another month or two, but I am actually very close to monetizing this YouTube channel, which is pretty exciting, and it will happen in the blink of an eye. It will happen very fast. We just keep doing what we do, but yeah, we're almost there. It's pretty cool. So today in the connections puzzle, we had yellow dances, like the bolero, the foxtrot, the mambo, and the quick step. Green category, descendants, your brood. I don't know if I love that word there, brood. It's like your, I don't know, your clutch of chickens or something. Family, offspring, posterity. Starting with percussion instruments, bellhop for bell, chimera for chime, drum roll for drum, and then rattlesnake for rattle. Shaker, clave, I don't know, all these different instruments. Hitchcock movies, right? Lifeboat, Rope, Spellbound, and Suspicion. I have seen none of those, sadly. I am a filmmaking teacher, and I have not seen hardly any of Hitchcock's Bard. To throw a word out there like that. I've seen Vertigo. I've seen like the classics everyone knows, right? Vertigo. I've seen The Birds. I've seen Psycho. But I have not seen any of these ones. All right. The mini crossword today was fun. It has a trunk, your car. The bonnet. No. The bonnet's in the front. That's your hood. What's the back? Hang on, help me out. The trunk of your car, in British English, you call that not the bonnet. The bonnet's the front. We just read it in Harry Potter. Ugh. Dear me. I don't know, it'll come to me. The boot. It's the boot. The bonnet and the boot. I will not show a children's hospital a Hitchcock movie, Callie. I don't know where you get these crazy ideas. Though, it did put a smile on my face to imagine those two things juxtaposed with each other. Kentucky Senator Rand Paul. They have branches, banks. Nowhere to be found. AWOL. You know what AWOL stands for? It's absent without leave. I went to a summer camp one time, and we stayed overnight and all that. And every day we would do kind of a roll call, and each kind of battalion had to report whether everyone was present and or accounted for. And each one, they'd call out a team and say, present or accounted for, sir. And then the next one, present or accounted for, sir. And then if someone was missing, they were AWOL, absent without leave. You have boots on your car tires every time you park downtown? Oh no, I hope not. It has a trunk and branches. How about a tree? Something that's carried while portaging, perhaps. A canoe. Ankle breaker, basketball move that causes the defender to fall over. Ankle breaker. Two and a fork, two roads, RDS. It's abbreviation. Sound that imitates a lion or a dinosaur. Roar, not ROAR, like you're gonna hear me roar. It's more like rar, like RAR XD. Symbol in the night sky over Gotham City, you will see a giant bat lit up. All right. We in honor of my leaky water heater that we had to have replaced for a pretty penny, and then the damage it did to my basement, which we are currently in. Luckily, I don't smell any mildew yet, but we do need to get that up some way or another. Leaky, and that gave us the E in the right place. That was lucky. And then repot. My kids and I just barely read in Harry Potter how they repotted a bunch of mandrakes. That's book 2. And then menus. And that gave us the E and the U, and then an S somewhere. And then I said segue, which is a great segue into the Strands puzzle. Do you like that segue? Yeah, let me count the ways, right? All these things, high praise, the reasons you love someone. Because you trust them, or not trust, what does that say? Because they're smart. Well, also because you trust them, right? You definitely love someone because you trust them. They're beautiful, they're charming, they're funny, kind-hearted. Those are definitely high praise. And then today, thank you to all of you, actually, coming up with ideas. For example, Tyson came up with washi, and then a Y word. How about yacht? That's a great one. Washi, so brow. Actually, we started with washi, and then I was like, wait, we just need like the R and the O. I could say brow. So I started over, kind of reverse engineered it and put brow at the beginning. So brow, washi, yacht, and taxi. Nice. And yesterday was hypnotic and carload. I love the idea of a hypnotic carload. Oh, you always thought it was Segway, Segway. Isn't that the way that the goofy little like self-propelled scooters are? Isn't that the way it's titled? It's like being on a, what do you call those? The hoverboard, except it's got like a handle, like a scooter. Those were Segways, spelled that way. Oh my gosh, SG. What are we, back in 7th grade again? Playing Happy Wheels. Yes, I played Happy Wheels as a kid. That's a crazy flood of memories right there. Oh yeah. I think everyone did. It's still available. You can still play it. It's not the most reverent game. I think, Tyson, you've probably never played it, and if you did, you'd be scarred for life. It's pretty graphic and violent, but somehow weirdly amusing. Yeah. You uploaded one to your channel? Tyson, maybe watch like 10 seconds of it and then just click away. Was it when I was a kid? No, maybe it wasn't when I was a kid. Why do I remember playing Happy Wheels? Why do I remember playing Happy Wheels? Maybe it was during like substitute teaching or something. I don't remember. It was not when I was a kid. See, this is one of those timeline anachronisms that I can't think of. You know what I mean. The chronology is off in my brain. What is it that reminds me of Happy Wheels? Was it just like being bored in college or something? I remember playing Happy Wheels. Yeah, right. I was half my age. I know. I was probably in college. I must have been in college. Yeah, I was at least 20. I don't know. The math ain't mathing right now. I'm having a hard time kind of putting that together. Yeah. All right. Well, you guys are awesome. Thanks for a great stream. Thanks for some help on each of these puzzles, including this letterboxed here. Great job, Tyson, thinking of washi and yacht. That's cool. All right. Well, I need to go drop my kids off at a thing. But I will see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, same time, same bat channel, same. I forgot to tell you why the name of my stream today, the 11th hour. Today is the day that everything on my Canvas grading page is getting closed. It's closing, right? And I have it automatically closing. It's not like, oh, I'm going to shut it down because I'm going to stay up until midnight. No, I have it set to close. I have it set to disappear off the kids' Canvas. And I've told them for weeks now. I've told them for, a plenty of good time that it's disappearing off the Canvas page. And it's definitely going to take some kids by surprise. I know it will. I've given them the last week to, mull it over and finish what they need to finish. But even still, I know there are going to be kids that are like, what? I didn't know that was your deadline. I had a kid. I'll tell you this story before we go. I had a kid gaslight me today, or attempt to gaslight me. We all submitted photos for the art show, and this child, who shall remain nameless, said, well, I came in during your extra period, and you said that the art show submission was optional. And I said, excuse me? I have never said that. She said, yeah, you said that it was optional. And I said, I'm sorry, please don't gaslight me like this. I have never said that. And she said, no, I'm not gaslighting you. You said that. And I'm like, never once have I ever said that it was optional. In fact, in my description of it, the very first line says, this is for a grade. It is not optional. You have to do this. And she said, no, you said it. She was convinced. I'm like, okay, well, I love that you just, you're doubling down on this, but I promise you that it was definitely something we had to do for a grade. Kids will, and the problem is they get away with it too, right? There's no repercussion. There's no detention. There's hardly any grade, what do you call it? Grade, demotion for being out of line. I don't know. Kids get away with murder lately. It's nuts. Anyway, you guys are awesome. I'm done complaining. I hope you get to enjoy the rest of your day, and I will catch you on the next one. See ya, guys.